everybody, it's me, Kristen. Okay, so some of my favorite subscribers have said that, well, I've just been kind of doing a lot of fluff lately, so part of the problem is that I've been trying to relegate my schizophrenia videos to my schizophrenia.com channel, but then they're not getting on this channel. So I don't know if I should do them here and there, and I don't know. I'll try to figure something out, because my channel's been getting a little bit boring and fluffy and just not good lately. So anyway, I got this really good question from, I've actually gotten this question before. I got it from Eisym, E-I-S-Y-M, and I think it's a guy, but I'm not sure. He or she is wondering how I got diagnosed with schizophrenia, or how do people get diagnosed. And another person wrote me too. I'm sorry I don't have your name right now. And you were wondering about yourself because you were thinking that you might have symptoms. So the first thing is, sorry, my eyes are dry. So if you think you have symptoms, you should probably, the first thing you should do is, well, I guess it depends on your situation, like what country you live in, how does the healthcare dispensed in your country, do you have health insurance, how old are you, do your parents have health insurance, have you talked to your parents, or, but I think some people don't even have health insurance, but you shouldn't let that stop you from getting treatment, because there are programs out there. Let's just assume that you're in the United States, and there are programs out there that can help you get treatment even if you don't have health insurance. So if you think you have symptoms, you need to get treatment right away, because like the faster you get it, the better it is. You don't want to end up in a situation where you're like full-blown psychotic and you're so degraded that you end up gravely disabled. So I have been at the point where I have been, well, that's usually when I end up in the hospitals, when I'm like gravely disabled and I can't really talk to people and I don't make much sense and I end up screaming at people, or it's just, I can't take care of my physical self, even, like, I just become disheveled and a mess, and sometimes living on the streets and stuff, so it's kind of bad that way. But so first thing you should do, if you think that you might be having symptoms, I would say, okay, if you're like in the, I guess I'm, because I don't really know how it works everywhere, but, in other countries and stuff, but, call a mental health line or something. Call a crisis line or a mental health line, or even call the hospital. Talk to someone. You have to talk to someone about it, because, they can help you, just, I guess I should say, you can't keep it inside, because I know it's scary to talk about, especially if you've never talked to someone about it. It's really strange to just, like, describe to someone and be like, yeah, I'm, like, hearing these things, or I'm having all these weird thoughts where I think people are after me, or, stuff like that. So it can be scary to talk to people, but you have to talk to people about it. Basically, the faster you get help, the better off you'll be eventually. The faster you can get treatment with it's actually been proven that the faster you get treatment with psychiatric meds, the better off your brain will be. Because now they're learning that, like, psychosis is kind of like a fire in your brain, and medications help put out the fire. So, and the fire is like, like cell brain death. Well, not brain death, but like cell damage and stuff like that. So, I would say talk to someone. Just tell people in your life, people who you trust. You don't need to go up to strangers and say, "Hey, I'm crazy." I do that, but no, I'm just kidding. But talk to somebody in your life who you trust, and talk to a medical professional. It's serious. It's a serious thing, and the way I got diagnosed was I was like 15. And my parents sort of noticed a change in my behavior, a change in my my work at school, and I would become very isolated at home and grouchy all the time, and not like my normal self, like happy, and I was really grouchy all the time. So they first took me to a counselor. I think what happened first was my mom contacted the school counselor, and the school counselor brought me in and he talked to me, and then he recommended another counselor outside of the school. And so I went and saw this counselor outside of the school for a while, and then I sort of got worse and worse, and eventually it ended up so I had to see a psychiatrist, and I think, the psychiatrist would administer these tests and questionnaires and stuff, and then or ask me questions and things. They'll ask the same questions pretty much to everybody. But, sorry, my hair is crazy. This is getting long, so I think I can go over 10 minutes now, but it's 12:15. Anyway, so what happened was that one day my mom picked me up from school. This was when I was 16, and it was in the fall of my junior year of high school. She picked me up from school, and I was really, really bad off, because I was not even, I'd go to school without my contacts in, I couldn't see, and I wouldn't take a shower, and I was just, really delusional and bad off, and we'd get lost going to class because I was so confused and stuff. My high school's not that big, and but I would get confused about what time it was and where I was supposed to be, and I couldn't figure out just getting to class. I was like, where do I go? Or so I'd go to, they had lunches divided into 2 periods kind of thing, and so I'd go to one lunch, and then I'd just skip my class and go to another lunch, but because I couldn't really figure out what time it was or where I was supposed to be or anything, it was really weird. So anyway, my mom picked me up from school one day, and she took me to lunch, and I was confused about where we were going. She's like, "Well, we're taking you to the doctor," and I'm like, "Okay." And so I went and saw this doctor, and I was just really focused on the light in the room and the fact that he was from California, and I thought it was weird. And there was a smell of roses in the office, and I can remember the day that. It was just, I remember his office and the blinds, looking out through the blinds in the sunlight, and going to the bathroom in the hall, not in the hall, in the bathroom, but the bathroom was down the hall, and I was like taking note of what kind of toilets there were. It was just weird. And so I was really out of it and just not really aware of what he was doing or what, I was just kind of like in La La Land. And so then he sent me to another psychiatrist at another place, and then he did an evaluation too. And then they sent me to the hospital right that day because I was really bad off. Because I was like, it's hard for me to describe, like, so people believe me now, but, because, I was just thinking really weird, and I just couldn't figure out what was going on. It was like I was on another planet or something. So anyway, I ended up in the hospital, and that's when they first diagnosed me with schizoaffective disorder, which is like schizophrenia, but it has like a mood component. So that was my first diagnosis when I was like 16. And I got put on medications, and I was in the children's psychiatric ward, and, I was really scared at first. Well, it really freaked me out being in there because I didn't know what to expect. I didn't even know what was going on because I was so, like, what does it mean to be in a psychiatric ward? Like, what is that? That's for crazy people. So I didn't really know where I was or what was going on. I had all these images, you have all these thoughts from the media about, where people are in psych wards and stuff and how they get treated and stuff, but it's not really reality. And I mean, some of them are bad, but like, a lot of the psych wards I've been in have been, more like they have a game room and they have a lounge area and they have your room with a shower, and some have showers down the hall or bathrooms down the hall, but and some rooms do have cameras in them, and that really freaked me out because I was really paranoid, and I didn't know the camera was in there until this guy walked by and said, "Oh yeah, there's a camera in your room." I'm like, "What? What's going on?" So anyway, I'm going to try to see if I can post this because it's longer than 10 minutes. So otherwise I'll have to divide it up. So, anyway, that's my story of first getting diagnosed. And I'm going to burp right now. I'm sorry. Oh, maybe not. Anyway, so if you are feeling that you might have a problem, just talk to somebody. Oh, my hair is driving me crazy. It's all out of shape. Okay. So just talk to somebody, counselor, a crisis line, a friend, family member, parent. It's really better to get help as fast as you can. Get in therapy, get a psychiatrist. If you don't have any money, there are programs that will help you. There are programs for people and medications for people who don't have money to pay for them. And really the best course of action is to get help as soon as possible. Also, you might not have schizophrenia or something, because like schizophrenia is like 1% of the population. That's not really a big number. So it might be something else. It might be anxiety, might be just depression or bipolar, or it could be a personality thing, a disorder, or it could be whatever. But and if it is schizophrenia, then that's what you got to deal with. But you got to deal with reality and get a diagnosis and get on with the medication treatment and then get on with your life. So don't be scared, and you know, I'm gonna try to make another video more about this. But yeah, hang in there and let me know if you want to talk or whatever. Okay, talk to you later. Bye.